In that line, I will give you one more argument today. That is argument of a matching concept. In some sense, we have already discussed this. In some sense, the understanding of this is actually getting ingrained in our brain, but I will formally mention it. The matching concept is about the revenues and expenses. Once again, revenues and expenses. It so turns out that when I end up discussing this concept, you would have also by default would have covered realization concept. That is why we will, you saw in the list that there were 11 basic concepts when we saw the entire list. So the realization is somewhat getting taken care of within this. That is why of the 11 we will discuss only 10 of those. So we will not need to separately discuss realization. Within matching, I will tell both of these. Let's see what we are talking about. To illustrate and to tell you what matching is all about, I will go back to the example of the Star Sports example that we were trying to discuss earlier on. Now let us say this is year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There is a business called Star Sports. Star Sports has done a payment of, let us say 20 crore rupees to BCCI. And what did they get in return? In return, they got a broadcasting right for 5 years. This is what was the example. Now, in the wake of this example, let me first mention what the matching concept is all about, and then I will try to illustrate this. So, matching concept says that when it comes to revenue and expenses, you should recognize the revenue and expenses in the period in which you have generated the resources or in the period in which you have consumed the resources, irrespective of the payment. That's what matching is all about. In the book, it would say that the match the revenue with the expenses, but if you keep recognizing them with their appropriate periods, you are sorted. Let me repeat. Matching concept says, so, okay. What is the definition of revenue? Revenue is generation of resources. What is definition of an expense or a loss? Consumption of a resource. Everybody remembers from, I think, 2 or 3 classes earlier on. That was the definition we defined. Now, what we are saying here is that in which period should you show them? So that is where matching comes to our rescue. Matching says that irrespective of the payment, you should recognize the revenue in which you have generated it, and you should recognize the expense in which you have consumed it. Now, let me demonstrate this via this example, the matching concept. Let us say that Star Sports has made the payment on this particular date, 0.0. That is first day of year 1. And in year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they kept on generating money from the advertisement revenue because they broadcasted the matches. That is the revenue model for Star Sports, that they will broadcast the matches and in between the breaks, there will be some advertisement and these advertisers will pay Star Sports. Let us say via those advertisements in the first year, Star Sports made 7 crore rupees in revenue. Everybody understands the meaning of the word revenue? This revenue fortunately is dictionary meaning. Revenue means whatever money you receive. So whether in finance or in day-to-day life, we have the same meaning. So you have received 7 crore rupees in first year. Just for argument's sake, just for convenience, let us assume that every year you kept on receiving the same amount in revenue. Okay, it could be different, but I am assuming only same. So 7 crore you received in this year, 7 crore you received in this year, 7 crore in this year, and 7 crore in this year. Okay. Now question. Let us say one of your friend approaches to you at the end of first year on this date, and they are asking that you are the manager of Star Sports. Tell me how much profit did you make in this first year? What is the profit in the first year? Can anybody tell me? Give me a number.
3 crores.
3 crores.
3 crore rupees of profit. Okay, 3 crore rupees of profit. Okay, anybody with any other opinion?
Loss of 13 crores.
Loss of 13 crore. Okay, another opinion. Loss of 13 crore rupees. Any other opinion? Okay. In general, these are the two contenders. When somebody says a loss of 13 crore rupees, why would they be saying this? They are saying that you got 7. For this, you had paid 20. So you are down by 13. The entire payment happened in this year itself, right? That is why she is mentioning that a loss of 13 crore has happened. Somebody is saying a 3 crore rupees of profit. Why would you be saying this? You may have in mind that 7 crore rupees of revenue, but what did you do? Of this 20, you broke it into some different pieces, 5 pieces, and 1 piece you charged in this year. You're saying that 7 crore rupees of revenue, 1 piece of the broadcasting rights, that is 4 crore rupees, and that is how you have a profit of 3 crore rupees. You have these two alternatives. Which of these two is correct? Option A or option B? Basically, why? I'm not going to take a poll. Why do you think your opinion is correct? Anybody who says option A is correct, give me an opinion. And anybody who says option B is correct, give me why.
Option B is correct.
Why?
Because right now we have not consumed the resource completely, although it has gone, the money has gone out of our accounts, but our assets have also increased, which is intangible asset. We have, in the first year, we consumed only 1/5 of the resources, which is 4 crores. We have earned 7 crores. Net is 3 crores.
Good. Anybody who says 13 crore rupees of loss is a correct answer, can you give the argument?
Sir, in that case, I have not considered that assets have been generated. I've just
so you see what happened. When you say a loss of 13 crore or versus you say a gain of 3 crore rupees, we are talking about same business, just two things happened and two diametrically opposite numbers are appearing in front of us. Either it is a hugely profit making business or a hugely loss making business. Which of these is true? When we apply the matching concept, then things become pretty easy for us. But let us see, why does it make sense that somebody says that there is a matching concept, that is why you should do it, or is there any relevance to it? The relevance is as follows. Let us see. Case A, how you would have reported the profit year after year, and case B, how you would have reported profit year after year. Then you would see that why this concept is needed. Right now, I have just now told you what the concept is. I will repeat this once again, and then I will show you why it is needed. So case A, that you charge the entire 20 crore rupees in the first year itself because you have paid entire 20 in first year. So you show a loss of 13. Case year 2, no payment needed, a profit of 7. Year 3, no payment needed, profit of 7. Year 4, 7. Year 5, 7. So in case A, this is how you would show your annual profit year after year. In case B, how would you show the profits? 3 crore rupees of profit in first year, 7 minus 4 in first year, 7 minus 4 in second year, 7 minus 4 in third year, 7 minus 4 in fourth year, and 7 minus 4 in fifth year. So every year you are reporting 3 crore rupees of profit. Now, if you plot on a graph this kind of a profit, what are you showing everybody actually? You are showing that in first year the business was horrible, but there was a huge turnaround in next year and next year and next year. Something phenomenal has happened. This is what you would have ended up showing to everybody, right? Dikh raha hai? Everybody is able to see this. But in case B, how you would have shown the performance? You would have said that actually, you know what, nothing in our business changed in first year and second year and third year or so. Which of these two interpretation is correct about the business? The business is stagnant in the example we have taken, or the business is improving phenomenally in second year onward. Which of these two is correct?
Second one.
Now you would have gotten the relevance that why is matching needed. Here what we have done is that instead of charging this 20 in one go itself, we have spread it across these 5 installments. Why have we spread it? Because it is in 1/5 and 1/5 that we are consuming this resource called broadcasting right. Even though the payment has happened here, we did not consume it completely. That is why it is not becoming an expense. It will sit as a resource which will consume it later on. And the rate at which you consume it, that rate is called depreciation. So that is why these depreciation amounts have come into the numbers calculation as an expense called depreciation. So this is what matching is all about. Let me take one more example, superimpose on this. Let us say apart from this, in first year, you also hired an employee, or let's say a set of employees whose salary was 1 crore rupees, but you haven't paid for it yet. Let us say year 1 is over. Year 1 is over, you have taken benefit of employees' services, but you have not made any payment. Now somebody asks you that how much profit did your business make in the first year? What your answer should be?
You should subtract the salary because we have consumed the services.
Subtract, yes. That's what is matching concept. Even though you have not paid the salaries, you should still subtract this 1 crore rupees of salary expenses and say that our business made only 2 crore rupees of profit. Just because you haven't paid doesn't mean anything. At max, it means that you will have to pay maybe in next year. So whether you have paid for something in advance or whether you will be paying something later on, it doesn't change the fact that when we recognize income or expenses. What should be the basis for recognizing the income expenses? The basis should be that which period did you generate the revenue and which period did you consume the resources. It is in those periods you should recognize something as an expense, or it is in those periods you should recognize something as a revenue. That is brought to you by matching concept.